Maria from Eclectic is relatively new to Wabash, and she's basically a startup, less than a year in business. Brand new company. Why did we pick her?
I think one of the things that's so interesting is she is a part of this generation that's kind of entering into their second stage career. She's raised her family, she's had successful jobs, but now she's living her dream. She started that business finally, and it's all about supporting local artists. It's providing opportunities for other entrepreneurs. And so I think we really want to help her marry her passion for running the business of her dreams with great business sense to make sure she keeps her doors open.
Small towns across the country are fighting for their survival, with the odds stacked against them. But what happens if we join that fight? If we dedicate a little money, a lot of experience, and thousands of hours of work into one small town, focusing on the businesses at the heart of their main street? Nearly 10,000 people wrote in to tell us about their favorite community, and the country voted for one winner. Now, marketing expert Amanda Brinkman and her team at Deluxe are going to work for the people of Wabash, Indiana. And they've brought along entrepreneur Robert Herjavec to help revitalize the town. Every episode, we're working with a new small business to see if we can change the odds. If together, we can start a revolution.
Hey guys!
You're both in here. What's going on? You're both here, right?
We're waiting for you.
Well, this is Sunday. This is Sunday. We got some new tank tops, and I wanted to bring them in and show you because you guys are always looking for new product.
When we first moved to Wabash, Mike and I were shooting ideas around, and we said we would love to have a store full of nothing but artisan goods. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
That's a Heather.
Yeah, that's a Heather. We're so different that it works. You know, where I have these crazy ideas and they're way out there. I mean, way out there. Mike is the one that's calm, rational, who thinks through things.
We can bounce ideas off each other and say, no, I don't like that, or yeah, I think that's cool, let's give that a try. It is truly a unique partnership.
We are so passionate about being able to give artisans a place to bring their work. We are giving them an opportunity to survive. That's what Eclectic Shoppe is all about. Every artist is special to us. We're here because of them. The pieces we bring in here, the people we bring in, we have to connect, because when you as a customer come in, we want you to know that t-shirt you just bought was made by two gals in Columbia City who are passionate about what they do.
Looks good, don't you think?
Nah, that one kayak always turns out.
When you have a business relationship, and it has to be someone that you believe in how they do business, you respect them, you trust them with your product. A brick and mortar is super expensive, you know, just to go get a shop. Man, it would be awesome, but we can't.
I was pretty amazed when I came down here to visit the place.
These are fantastic and they're fun, and I'm down to.
We have people that think like us, and they have our shirts and they're selling them for us. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
I really want this to be a special place where people feel good. I don't really care whether you buy anything. When you walk in that door, I want you to feel like you're the most important person in the world.
Wait for her. Don't get her another one. Get it?
It's like you're coming to see a friend. You
She'll
stop,
ask how
you
you're-
chat, and you get off topic and talking about all kinds of different things. And
That's the kind of stuff I grew up with. You walk in and somebody knows your name.
We want you to walk out this door knowing that you were loved, and hopefully you'll touch somebody else's life with that.
It immediately strikes you what a passion Maria and Mike have for taking care of people, their artists, their customers, and each other. But we want to make sure that they're taking care of the business too. So I'm meeting Maria at the Charlie Creek Inn to find out how things are going at Eclectic Shoppe.
Hi. Good to see you
Good
again.
to see you.
Oh my goodness. I am good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Good.
What an exciting week, huh?
Oh my gosh.
I've seen some of the things that you feature in the shop, and you are a very beautiful curator. I think everything you have in there is really, really nice. And having it all together creates this really great vibe.
Oh, I'm so glad you say that, because that's what we want to do. You know, we want good, wholesome pieces, things that make us feel good.
I mean, I hope you wake up every morning and realize, like, you're helping all these different artists realize their dreams, all while you're living your dream. I mean, it's all sorts of goodness going all around.
I feel that, I really do. I work outside of the shop Monday and Tuesday. I mean, I had to get out there and help Mike, you know, bring somebody in. But by the time Wednesday comes around, I'm like, I'm back in my shop.
Is that at all an ambition at some point, is to just do Eclectic Shoppe?
We started that way, you know, last year, and then, you know, we realized, okay, we're going to need to do something a little different to help with those dives in sales and months when it's really, really slow. And so what can
Eclectic Shoppe is only about a year old, so in a lot of ways they're still a startup. And that's such a vulnerable time for small businesses because the vast majority of them aren't working with a big pile of startup cash. There's so little margin for error.
You know, we've tripped, we've fallen down, and made some bad decisions too. When we first started, we invested our personal savings and our retirement into this. We really, truly did not know the magnitude of what owning a small business really was. It's a hard balance. We've got the kids, we've got the building that we're working on constantly, you know, and then you've got the business. We have to pour more and more into it. And I'm not just talking about money, that's gone, but I'm talking about time and effort, and a lot of it. You know, it has to be. There have been times where you have a $600 electric bill and you have groceries. Which one are you gonna do? But we're learning, and we are in no way ready to give up.
This is it. I mean, there is no plan B for us. This has to make it.
We're gonna make this work. Yeah.
Mike and Maria are facing another challenge that so many new business owners face. They're trying to take on so much at once without a lot of help because they don't feel like they have the money to pay for it. And that's a role I hope we can step into. Oftentimes, small business owners feel like if I can figure it out myself, I should do it because it feels extravagant to perhaps pay for a partner to do something like, you know, managing your social media or updating your website or things like that.
You get it.
And we love taking care of that piece of it so that you can get back to working on what you love about running your business.
You're listening to 105.9 The Bash, the My Bash Morning Jam. I'm Wade Weaver. I want to remind you, like I always do, to shop local. And you can't get much more local than the Eclectic Shoppe, because everything Maria and Mike stock, they buy it local from artists and craftsmen in Wabash and around Indiana. Their business is going under the microscope today as the Main Street Revolution folks are going to be in the shop, talking shop, the Eclectic Shoppe. Hey, go wish them luck today.
Hi.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to be here. Hi there. I'm
Robert.
Maria. Nice to meet you. Hey, I want to show you guys our t-shirts.
Okay.
Have you heard of Taproot Tees?
No.
With these gals, the Taproot Tees are printed individually, screen printed.
So
Cotton.
cool.
Yeah, they are.
Usually take a
mixed
small, but I got a feeling this is too small.
Well, that's a ladies or a smaller, a youth's cut
That
small.
would explain it.
Here we go.
This is a great message. If only our eyes saw souls instead of bodies, how different would our world be?
Wouldn't it be awesome?
This is your preferred cut, isn't it?
That is. I usually wear that.
There's a lot we can do to help carry some of the load for Mike and Maria, especially in terms of getting the word out about their shop. But knowing how tight money is for them, I want Robert to sit down with Maria so we can make sure the financial strain is really about being in startup mode and not a sign of a bigger problem.
So we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. So far, it's been going well. It has its peaks and valleys, but you know, the community and our guests, they're very receptive to what we're trying to do here and very encouraging.
What were the sales in the first year?
First year we made about $43,000.
And out of that, how much profit was there?
We broke right about even.
So that's pretty good in your first year to start. Did you have to put more money back into the business?
Oh, definitely. We used our own personal savings and part of our retirement to start this business.
How much did you put in?
$64,000.
Wow, it's a lot.
It is.
Have you been able to pay back any of the $64,000?
No.
But you've also put in more money because you and Mike are both working.
Yes.
How much sales do you think the business would have to earn for you guys not to work? Because I assume that's the goal one day.
So in order for us to have our doors open, right, we need to make about $4,500.
$4,500 a month is roughly $55,000 a year. Where's the date where you reach that goal?
By the end of 2016, we hope to have doubled what we did last year.
To 80,000.
To 80. And then next year, maybe do another half of that. So,
So 120. You're going to have a hard time doubling. Couple of reasons. So if you're taking something from an artisan, give me an example of something you took from...
right here, the books.
Okay. You want to bring this into the store and sell it. How do you determine what price you're going to sell it for?
The artist determines the price.
The selling price?
The selling price, yes.
Unless the artist is paying your rent, the artist doesn't have the right to determine your selling price. It doesn't work that way. Because the artist isn't incurring any cost. He made it. You're selling it for him. You've got the overhead. You've got all the risk. What?
I want to caveat to that.
Okay.
I saw an online shop that sold those at $24. I saw another shop that sold them at $20.
Got it. So you found two prices online for a similar product.
Exactly.
For between 20 and 24. And what do you charge for this?
Those are 16.
16. We'll have a whole other thing on that. Yeah. Whoa, that's okay. So, how much does the artist get, and how much do you get to keep?
In this case, he decided $16,
Okay.
and then 25% off of that is my portion, and then they get 75%.
You'll go out of business if you keep doing this. Two things you're doing. You've got to change immediately. Immediately. The first one is you got to raise your prices. For sure, no two ways about it. You don't make enough money. Online prices should not be determining your price. They can sell it for 20 to 24 because they're selling it online. They don't have any of the expense. They don't have the curation. They don't have Maria. If this is selling online for 20 to 24, you should be charging 30.
Especially because people are probably coming in for gifts, right?
Yes, yes.
So they're not the kind of consumer that's going to right away go online and say, okay, I found this, so I think I can get it cheaper online. They're coming in to buy something from Eclectic for a gift for someone.
That's a great point. The other thing you have to flip is the artist should be getting 25%, not you. There is no retail business in the world that can survive on 25% margins. Impossible. Impossible. You have to be generating at least 100% margin.
Wow, okay.
When you're making 25% margin at retail, you're not going to survive. None of the other stuff matters. It's an impossible model.
Your numbers are actually better than they seem to be. You've gone from 0 to 41,000 in sales. You've proven you can sell. Pat on the back. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just your relationship with your artists is wrong.
It's tough delivering that kind of news to a business owner, and you could really see on Maria's face how hard it is going to be to make some of those changes with the artists that she loves. But there's a fun part to this conversation too, because while Maria gets some of those operational pieces running better, there's a ton we can do from a marketing standpoint to also bring more people into the store. Let's talk a little bit about how we actually increase the sales as well. People are buying the curation and your taste and access to artists. So I want to start using your website the way we're talking about your store. Then you can sell to people all around the country. And then the last thing I want to talk about is logo and packaging.
What's the logo?
Well, that's the thing.
Where is the logo?
So it looks one way over here, and then on the site, and in social, and on your business cards, right? There's lots of versions of the logo. But we want to find something that truly captures your brand. But with branding, it's key to be consistent. And so what we want to really do for you is get you set up with gift boxes, gift bags, where before you even open it, because of the packaging and because of the name on it, you know you got something great. Like, let's get it to a point where people are like, ooh, it's something from Eclectic Shoppe, before they've even opened the gift.
I mean, the more we talk, the more excited I am for you, because the sales you're doing are great. All these little things, which aren't that little, will really help you make more money. It's up to you. Tomorrow morning, you're gonna have to wake up and you have to make it work.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's hard because it's culture change for us as business owners. You know, we're really gonna have to figure out how we're gonna tell an artist that you need to bring your price down. In the end, we have to be profitable and still work with integrity and honesty and compassion.
I love Maria's story. She has wonderful taste. She has such a passion for the artists themselves. She's just not protecting the sustainability of her own business, which is a shame, because if we don't get that fixed, it won't be able to provide that opportunity for artists in the future.
You know, if she can grow the business, make money, she can support more artists and pay them more over time.
Gosh, I love her shop. She's just so sweet.
She was great, and it's a great business. I thought she had great sales, but what's sad is she thinks she has to wait 3 years to break even. She could have broke even last year if she had the right margin. What do you think?
Well, I definitely think we need to work on branding consistency. I've seen about 5 different logos. And then I feel like on the website they need to do a better job of featuring artists and using that as a platform to engage people. Get a little e-commerce going, I think. But I really feel like email marketing is going to be the trick. Getting back in front of your customers. It is so much less expensive to get a current customer to come back in than it is to try and acquire a new one.
Was there anything physically that you would do for them?
We've been looking at some of her kind of wish list things. I feel like an awning is definitely something that we can make happen. It feels like that's a perfect time to put the new logo out there. And then I think we should also kind of paint that new front facade as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It'd be fun to surprise her with
It
the new
will,
awning.
yeah.
It gives it a whole different feel.
That'd be great if we could do that for her. I think she would really appreciate it.
For Eclectic Shoppe, I think the true mark of a successful business is when they can pay themselves a full salary. Our job as a marketing team is to really help generate more sales. So Maria can truly be vested in the business 100% with her time.
So as we're thinking about her logo, a couple of things I think could be important are purple is a big deal to her, so she loves that color. She has this beautiful mosaic southwest sun that you definitely remember.
Done right, a logo should really embody the owner's personality, so I just love that idea.
She has about 4 or 5 different logos, so we're designing a logo that she'll love and keep and use consistently.
This is an example of metallic purple on a white bag, and then we also have a matte orange, which I think brings in that warmth that you're talking about of the sun.
In addition to developing kind of that first impression with a logo, what we're doing to help her leave a lasting impression is some retail packaging.
The beauty about it being a gift shop is that we're marketing to not only the person that's buying the gift, but then the person who's receiving the gift also.
Your boxes, your bags, it's really free marketing for your business. And businesses have reported a 30% increase in consumer interest when they show attention to packaging. Hi, Maria.
Hi, ladies. So we have some really great options that we're just loving.
I really like the one with the orange in it. I absolutely love that sun.
We're glad that you're selecting this one because this was our favorite as well. Consumers make a decision about how professional a brand is within 5 seconds, and it comes down to things like fonts and colors.
And it just raises the level of excitement even more.
When you go into the actual shop, it's beautiful. But from the outside, it just doesn't have that same appeal. From the very first conversation with Maria, she has always had her heart set on having an awning so she can feel like a real business. I think we're going to want to surprise her with a fresh coat of paint, but maybe something a little bit brighter so that her brand reads from the street the same way it does when you go in the store.
Maria does a great job on social media, but her website, it's really hard to tell what it is that she has in her shop.
We need to create curiosity. Communicate just enough to be like, wow, I really should just go in there and explore myself.
These are real lives, real people, real futures. We're all invested in their success, and we only have a few short weeks to get it all done.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you guys?
How are you? Good,
I want to show you what we've done out here.
All right.
So we had some new paint.
I love the color.
Isn't it natural?
Really
Looks
nice.
Beautiful. And you've always wanted an awning.
Yes, and did you see our sign? Our
Love
new
the
logo.
sign.
With the new logo. This is
Oh,
their
that
new
your
logo.
That's the new
Love
logo.
that.
It looks awesome.
Would you guys like to come
Yeah,
inside?
let's go inside.
So great to be back in here.
Thank you guys and welcome. So from our last conversation, we've had a lot more people, many more artists now that are interested in joining us. And so
Really?
we've started to interview. This artwork here,
Love that.
Terry Pooley joined us just this week. We've got him here on the wall. Those are all his pieces. These mugs,
Love these.
these are Southwick pottery. Local Wabash guy. And so
Where did you get to in terms of that margin?
it's 100%.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Bam.
You know.
Did.
Bam.
Thank you.
Nice.
Now,
I really paid attention to what they were saying. They're the experts. And it sounds like it's all common sense, but when you're doing this day in and day out, we get siloed right here and we can't see beyond. And so this is good. This whole process has been wonderful.
So how have sales been? Are you up over a year ago?
Yes, we are.
You are?
Yeah, we are. Slightly, but we are. And it can only get better. We always say we have to be optimistic, eh?
You're always optimistic. I can just feel the energy from you that you're excited about this new momentum behind the business. It's exciting to see those changes.
You know, we gave them some advice that was probably hard to hear, but I love the fact that they chose to listen and they had those tough discussions. I mean, it's great. It's great when you can help somebody and it works out.
Do you want to look at the website? I've got some things to show
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So here it is.
This is fantastic.
Purposeful, hand-selected, always inspiring.
Love the text.
Yes.
Love the colors.
We want to really show off the shop. We want people to definitely get a sense for the fact that you have, different artists. So then,
I love
when
this
people click
section.
into our artists, they can see a little bit of a story as to why you carry them, what kind of products they can expect here in the store, and we've made this page very easy for you to either trade out artists, add artists. It's a great time to get back in touch with your customers when you add a new artist to your website. And then encouraging them to sign up for email marketing. So we've been working with you on email marketing. That's been successful. So let's continue to build that list. Next, you're doing a really great job with social. So we want to have an Instagram feed so that they can see the kinds of things that you're already posting. So it also cuts down on the work for you.
Oh, wow, what a great picture of you there.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
So we want to make sure that your story comes through and that we see who you are.
From unique jewelry to modern decor, every piece comes with its own great story.
Love that.
Love that.
Which is so true to who you are.
The website is fantastic. I'm like, oh, that's us. And that's my artist. It's going to take us to another level.
I think this is fabulous. I like the simplicity. It's friendly. Does that
Like
make
you.
sense? Ah, thank you so much.
All right, I have a few more tricks and treasures.
Oh my gosh.
That is so beautiful.
So beautiful packaging, and all of the boxes are eco-friendly. So they're all recycled because we know how important that is to you.
That is such beautiful packaging, and I love the logo. Look at that.
I like Twitch.
I absolutely
So
love
cool.
it.
This website and the packaging and the changes that have happened, it kind of stepped it up a notch. Now it's like, well, we got to be a better shop now.
Well, one more surprise in this box. Beautiful business cards for Maria. Look at that. And look at the back.
Oh.
Isn't that great?
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You like that one?
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Maria and Mike already have a great concept for a business, and it feels like marketing is going to be that thing that helps make sure that they're on the map when people are either looking for that gift shopping or when they're coming into town.
From the awning to the new sign to the door, I'm very excited about them. They could double their business. They have all the tools.
We have just loved working with you. And one of the
thanks.
things that we were so inspired by was your logo and the fact that you have such a great story behind your logo. And so we know how important it is to support local artists to you. So we commissioned a painting for you from one of my personal favorite local artists, Christy Church from Black Squirrel.
Oh my God.
That's so cool.
Love it.
Eclectic Shoppe. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, may I?
You know, when I walk into Mike and Maria's shop, they're so representative of what that whole community is. They take care of each other, and there's a warmth and a support. I mean, you leave feeling pretty good about life.
I think it's really fun when you see small business owners that have this second career. This has always been a dream of hers to run a shop like this. By helping her get the marketing in great shape and helping her with some of the business aspects, she can truly live that dream.
There were plenty of times where I remember saying to Mike, we should go back to work full time instead of sticking it out. But they've encouraged us and inspired us. I am re-energized. Like I'm ready to go again.
Join us next time on the Small Business Revolution Main Street and see how all of this transformation has come together for Wabash.